and welcome to Comics with Jose. My name is Jose. I love comics and I want to share them with you. Follow me on Twitter at Art of J Velez, on Instagram at jvelez622. We're going to review some comics that I like, that I love, and some that I don't like or love. I own all the comic books that I am showing. Even though we're going to be looking at them digitally, I actually have copies of every single comic book that we are going to review. Like and subscribe, and thanks for listening. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here as we talk about my second favorite manga of all time, and currently my most favorite one, The One Punch Man. I absolutely love this series. I recommend you buy it. I absolutely love this series. Just adore it. And I think you'll enjoy it too. And today we are going to take a look at Volume 3. I've already posted Volumes 1 and 2. Story by one, art by Yusuke Murata. Hope I'm saying it correctly. So here we go. Credits are also in here. It's a fun book. I just cannot recommend this book enough. So, giving us a cast of the cast of characters, who everybody is, um, just everything that's happened, kind of going in there as, um, kind of how everything's going. It's been 3 years, or for 3 years, Saitama has defended countless monsters, but no one knows about him. So Genos and him are going to join the academy. Here's the credits. You can see here the chapters and two bonus mangas. So, all right. So, first thing here is they're taking the exam to join the heroes, and Saitama absolutely crushes the physical part of the test. So, I love this picture. Oh, it's so funny. So, Saitama is just absolutely crushing everything. And remember, everything is from um, right to left. If you were actually reading this book, you would be reading from the back to the back of the book to the front, and then right to left. So, Genos arrives, lets him know, how he says, oh, the written and physical tests were easy, and anything over 70 um, is passing, and he's just bragging about how easy the written test was, but that it should be okay for the physical. So an hour later, he scored 100, and yeah, I just love this master. Um, he goes 71, but he passed. And he was like, I'm gonna logic and play it inside him. I was like, no, it's embarrassing. Let's just let it go. So, um, they're gonna now go to orientation, and so he's chewing gum, which is annoying the professor here. His name, I think, is Gecko, Secco, something like that. Sneck. So, and lets him know that they're now representing everybody, and he's just annoying him. Saitama's just annoying him so much. And so he's a class A, and I think A is the second highest. S is the highest, and so he's thinking like what he should eat while he's talking. So he was bored. So now Genos goes to the agreement that um, he's now his pupil. Now, when you see these are thought balloons. This is the equivalent of a thought balloon in American comics. So, um, he's like, well, what do I teach him? So, anyway, so Sneck is upset He's Class A, rank 38, and um, this guy lets him know how Genos passed both written written and physical with perfect scores, but Saitama, that his physical was absolutely through the roof. Never he set new scores. But Saitama's written tests and essays were dreadful. They're like he's a god that resides in the flesh. And that Genos is already um, greater than Snack, and Saitama may soon overtake him. Um, he's going to attack Saitama. Kinda should give him a lesson, and gonna crush him because he's a newbie. And they don't show anything, but it just ends with him just absolutely crushing him. So in the next chapter, oh, this is funny. um, in the next chapter, oh, real quick, going back to I think these are drawn by one. It's not drawn by the regular artist. One was the original writer artist when this was released as a web comic. All right. So, next chapter, the two are going to spar, and Genos is paying attention at the rankings. And they're both at the bottom of their respective class. So, Genos is at the bottom of S, and Saitama is at the bottom of C. And um, he told him he has to pick a hero name, and Genos is like, I could be the blonde cyborg. And Saitama's like the bald cape. They're gonna spar, and Genos wants him to be the best he can be, and he wants him to take it serious. So off they go. Just um, Genos is just going at him, and you can tell Saitama's not even putting too much into it. Such cool art. You can see why I love this thing. Even at my age, I just fell in love with this when it first came out. I just thought this was so cool. This is better than just about anything coming out of American comic books. And I'm not a big manga guy. I like One Punch Man. Akira's, of course, my favorite, as I've said before. And um, My Hero Academia. My daughter tried to get me into Mob Psycho 100, which is done by One. Also, he writes it. Look at this, so badass, so cool. And I saw the anime. Look at this, boom. And it's pretty good, but I have not read the manga, but I did see the anime. And he touches him and says, "Okay, I win." And Genos wants him to be serious and to hit him and all that kind of stuff. He wants him to fight until he's immobilized. So he's like, "All right," and he keeps deflecting, and then he's gonna go hit him and then he just stops. And look at the energy. Um, just smacks him and says, "Let's go eat." And he just can't believe how strong he is. Just he can't imagine ever being as strong as Saitama. And they're gonna go for supper. Just so cool. So I don't know. This thing is so neat. Um, Now we go to the next one. So it's been 5 days. Um, like this panel, just very good. Uh, it's just cool. It's cool to just see all the detail. I'm telling you, you just don't see this in American comics. So, and he's kind of bored, nothing to do. Genos is back, and he packed everything here. And he's like, why is he standing there? See, this is your standard thought balloon. So, and Genos drops his stuff. He says, I want to live here. And he's like, nope. And then he drops a wad of cash. And he's like, I'll pay rent. He's like, did you bring a toothbrush? So it's just funny, clever. It's just good stuff. And so he's recording his teachings and training. He's got a diary. And he's like, oh boy. And he just doesn't have anything to, um, you know, say anything. At the same time, he's talking, and he's like, well, if you're inactive for a week, you're dropped from the registry. And he's like, he hears that, he's like, what? And he's like, he's been waiting for like a big thing, and he's like, well, they're like class C's normally are like your this stuff, the purse snatchers, robbers, and so they he needs to go do something or he's gonna lose his thing. He's like, what? And so off he goes to see if he can find crime. So he doesn't want Janice to go because otherwise they think that Janice will get credit for it. He needs to do it himself. Um, so he's gonna go and do it himself. So he kind of gives him some motivation of what he should be doing to improve, and he's like, "Yep, I'll do that." And he's like, he bought it. Again, he's thinking here. So off he goes. Very cool panel. I like that. So he's looking, just running through, looking for something. He's like, oh my God, there's nothing. And he's got a day left. And so the next day, there's still nothing. He's like, oh no, I'm going to lose my status. So when suddenly he's attacked, and of course, it's Sonic. I like how he calls it joints of pain panic. He's like, doesn't even remember his name. So, and so this is one of those little page breaks that he draws in between the um, chapters. So he's going to fight Sonic, and this is the day he's been preparing for this so that he could kill him. And Saitama walks away, because he just doesn't have time. So he hits him with a sword, and it breaks. Very cool. You can see why manga is so popular. It totally is, and this one just speaks to me. This is a very cool one. So told him to go away, or he's gonna get him, or he's gonna get punched. And Sonic's a little so so this little girl is screaming that they look suspicious, and she's just pointing, so neither one knows who she's pointing at. And so this is another hero. His name is Tank Top Tiger. And so um Tank Top Tiger thinks that Saitama is the bad person. So, and he's like, "You've been around yesterday, just looking." He thinks he says he's a professional too, but of course, no one's ever heard of him, and so doesn't matter. You're bothering people to go away. Um, that you shouldn't be bothering people, and so it's pretty cool. I don't know. I find this series to be very humorous. So he wants to fight Satama, but before that happens, it looks like Sonic throws some stuff at him and ex- and kills him, um, or severely wounds him. One of the two. I can't remember. So as you can see, Sonic took him out, and so everyone was like, "Call a hero." So here we go. And so he's preparing to fight. A lot of action, just phenomenal. And the two-page spreads that they use are very effective. This is what I mean. I mean, this manga is just so much different than American comic books. You just can't do this, and not for the price point. All these books are like $10 each, which is really good. And one single comic book's like $4 for 22 pages. It's just so much different. So Sonic's causing um, so much damage here. So this is he just smacks him and takes him down. So now we go to the next chapter. So these are two characters. This is Golden Ball and this is Spring Mustachio. Is who these two characters are going to be. And they're investigating in the outskirts of Z City and discussed, how numerous monsters in the city have been steadily increasing over the years. So he's a Class A, rank 33. So you'll start seeing this a lot as heroes are introduced. Where they are, who they are. So um, and so he, if I remember correctly, he uses this. I love the anime as well for this show. That's actually what got me into the manga was the anime. I really fell in love with it, and I wanted to know what happened. And the manga's been delayed, so I was like, or the anime's been delayed so many times. So I was like, I just need to read these. So started buying them. So So we're in the Hero Association headquarters, and they're basically investigating a city. These cities here are like Q city, A city, C city, kind of like that. And they're just saying it's the most dangerous place on the planet because there's so many monsters out there. So, cities just have letters. So, they're kind of talking about all the different cities that they have and the problems that are in each of the cities, kind of like bureaucracy. So there's Snake who got taken out by Saitama. So And so he goes, that's all. And they go like, what about City Z? So basically, City Z also has been reporting a bunch of monsters coming out. So, it's so this kind of deals with some of the bureaucracy. This isn't as fast paced as some of the other chapters here. So, but it's going to get there. This book is just so fun. So here's Janice doing some chores. And so we have one of the monsters here. Um, if I remember correctly, I think this is Combo Infinity is the name of this character. So, Golden Ball is gonna shoot some of the balls at her. I guess he's like Hawkeye, perhaps. So he attacks first, but the bullet is effortlessly swatted away with her hair. And so, and I think she swats it back at him. If I think that's what it's saying here. So she hits him with his own weapon. It's so much. It's so fun to do these because it's just a lot of. There's so much fighting in this particular one. So so essentially, is some monsters are gathering in the outskirts of City Z, and say, yep, Combo Infinity. So there's a strong concentration of monsters there. So Pistachio here is calling for backup. I think it's Pistachio. I think I forgot his name already. Mustachio. Mustachio. I called him Pistachio. My bad. And I think this is Blue Fire. So as you can see, Mustachio's definitely been beaten up. And he's thus defeated. And so I like how they draw. So here comes Saitama, and he went out shopping, and doesn't even pay attention to her. Um, so here's the two heroes in there. Look at that. That is so cool. And so you can see some more of the monsters. And Saitama's making soup out of that kombu soup, which I think is some kind of seaweed. So I wonder if he's eating her. Why is there so much combo outside your door? He's just. So I think so combo seaweed. So let me go back because they didn't show anything, but he must have. They didn't show it, so he must have beaten her. And now she's made out of seaweed, so I guess he's gonna eat her. So yeah, so all right, so we are now down to the bonus manga here. So these bonus mangas are basically in the past. So this is when he was about a year and a half into his stint. So he's in City Z. Um, and so he is, I think, gonna fight. Look at all this just wanton destruction. It's so cool. It's just, this manga is so neat. So here comes this monster. It's a cicada. So, but with there's a face in the front of the face. So, and this is the Darkness Blade. I think this is. Yep, he was a rookie at that time, and so these are professionals. So you can see that this is before Saitama joined the school. So, so it looks like they were all beaten up by that monster, and they are in. They're embarrassed. Um, so I is this Saitama? I don't think so, but I think he already had lost his hair by then. So, so they were all in that in that shelter. So I think this is Saitama. So he still has his hair. So he's still going to use the bathroom. He's looking for a bathroom. He's just been holding it. Meanwhile, the cicada's doing all this damage. So he's been holding it for 3 hours. And he's like, I gotta go. And he busts this door, or this, and everybody's looking at the wall. And just good stuff. So it's amazing. Just just and he kills he he just kills the thing, and it's basically now he's about to fight another one. So that's the end of that one. So it's a pretty cool. So just kind of how he became enemy with this cicada. So this one's a different one, I believe. So we got one more. A lot of the names for some of these heroes are a little bit weird. So this is, I think, glasses. Just he wears glasses. So, and he's a B class hero. And this person here was Sweet Mask. Um, so and then let's see. Don't know what much is going on in this particular story here. So this is Bonero, who's like an arsonist. So he of course sets things on fire, and so remember it's right to left. So then just like that, they beat him. But hey, I love this monster. It's a fan, demon fan, and so. And so it's kind of just pretty cool, just showing powers. And look at that. This is just so cool. So this is the this is the terrible tornado, who's the second most powerful hero. She's class S rank 2. So, and she's a bit of a snob too. She's an elitist. So, she disposes of the and just she's mean. She's so you can tell Saitama's shown up, and he's like, "Oh, a class C can't beat it." And he's like, "Oh, sure." And he just wrecks it. Ah, oh. So he's basically, it's a good lesson here. Kind of and then Saitama continues with his business. And so, and that's the end. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. Bye.